So today I'm going to show you the right settings, how to shoot and how to edit, all using your mobile phone. So let's go. Okay, first things first, your camera settings. These make a huge difference. So let's fit the camera. If you've got a pro video mode, go to that. If not, just use the normal camera mode. Then you want to go into your settings and you want to turn on your video stabilisation, and then you want to turn on your composition guide. This will help you follow the rule of thirds with these grid lines. Okay, next thing you want to do is go into your resolution settings, and if you can shoot with Ultra HD, shoot Ultra HD. If not, shoot with Full HD, which is fine. And let's change the settings to 24 frames per second. Okay, next setting we're going to set is our ISO. So if you notice, the ISO at the minute is set to low. That's because we generally want to keep our ISO as low as possible, and we don't really want to pass 800 if we can help it. Now, if you notice, I go as high as I can, and then you can see how noisy the image becomes. And by noisy, I mean grainy, and it doesn't look very nice. So let's keep that as low as we can go. When we're shooting outdoors, try and keep it to 50. You'll see why, because it'll be a lot brighter outside during the daytime. And when you're indoors, try and stick to 800 and not past that. Okay, fab. Right, next thing we're going to set is our shutter. So usually our shutter is typically going to be double our frame rate. So we're shooting Ultra HD in 24 frames per second. So let's go ahead and set this to 1/50, which is quite nice. And now we can probably turn our ISO down a bit, which is great. Sweet. So for white balance, I'll be doing a separate video on that at a later time. But for now, when you're using your phone, you can just set your white balance to auto. The next thing you can do is actually hold down on your screen. So say we're filming a subject, we can actually tap and hold on the screen, and then that'll lock our exposure and our focus so that it doesn't shift kind of mid-shot. And if your phone has it, use the ultra wide lens for more dynamic visuals. Now let's shoot. These simple tricks that I'm about to show you will instantly level up your footage. Tip number 1, lighting. So try to face your subject towards a window for that soft, natural light coming in, or even shoot outdoors if the weather permits it. Tip number 2, stability. Try to use both hands and tuck your elbows in and brace your core, and try and stay as steady as possible, even with your breathing. Or if you want a static shot, tape your phone to a wall or a window. Seriously, it can work. Or simply just stand it up on the floor or on a table. Tip number 3, movement. Move with purpose. Slow and steady movement equals cinematic. Random shaky footage equals not so much. Tip number 4, angles. Get low. Shoot from below the subject or use reflections. Phone cameras are small, so use that to your advantage. You can get some nice low angle creative shots. Okay, audio is super important. So make sure that you're shooting indoors in a nice quiet location where you're not going to get any distractions. Phone, keep it on do not disturb or on silent, and listen out for stuff like fans and motors and fridges, that kind of thing. They all contribute to the background noise of the environment. So try and either record your audio separately during your voice recorder app or your voice memos app and sync it up later, which is a really good tip, or try and make sure that everything's quiet and perfect whilst you're recording. Keep the phone closer to the subject that's speaking if that's the case, or if it's just sound effects, try and record it separately later on. Okay, now the fun part, post-production or editing. I do recommend using CapCut because it's free and it's completely beginner friendly. Let's start by selecting all our clips and importing them into CapCut. First thing we're going to do once we're in CapCut is start culling the footage, and that means trimming off the start points from each shot and the end points and all the bits that we don't need. And we can do this using the split tool. So if we scroll across to the clip to the bit that we want to get rid of, we can then just stop there, hit split, and then we can bin the other bit that we don't need. And we can do that throughout all the rest of our clips. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to speed this bit up because whilst I'm doing this, I'm going to be arranging the footage to where I want it to sit. Okay, now say we want to add some motion to some of our static shots. And we can do this by using keyframes. And keyframes are the little diamond button that you see near the corner of the screen. So if we go to the clip that we want to select and hit the diamond button, then you'll see a little red diamond that ends up on your clip in the timeline. We move to the bit where we want the footage to scale into or move towards. We will just pinch and zoom to where we want it to be, and then CapCut will automatically set another keyframe, and you'll see another little red diamond on your clip in the timeline. And there you go, we've just added a nice smooth push in to our shots. And now I'm going to do this for the rest of the shots that I feel needs a little bit of movement. Oh, and don't forget to individually go into each clip and turn the volume down if you're not using the audio from the clips. Cool, so far it's looking good. So now I'm going to add some music. So if you hit the sounds tab, then you can see CapCut already gives you some pretty cool music, but a lot of the good stuff is only available to paying customers. So I'm just going to go into the search bar and type in free, and I'm going to find a track that I like. Once I like one, I'm going to drop it onto the timeline. And then I'm going to drop the track into the timeline and then maybe trim off bits that I don't want, like the intro to the track, so that it just hits off straight away. We're nearly there, don't worry. So now I want to add some audio, a voiceover. So I'm going to hit the record button, and then you can see a little microphone on screen. If you tap that, you'll get a nice countdown, and then the clip will start playing within the sequence, and you can start recording your voiceover or your dialogue that you want in there. Once you're done, hit the mic again and then hit tick, and it'll add it into your timeline. Then once it's in the timeline, you can get rid of the bits you don't want, like the start, the end, also get rid of all the silences, and then adjust the audio so that it sits nicely where you want it in the sequence. Very crucial here, if you are using music and dialogue, do not let the music drown out the voice. So turn the music down or turn the dialogue volume up. So now I'm going to add a very simple fade out by clicking on the clip and then hitting animations and go into whatever's free, which is this fade out. I'm going to hit that, adjust the length of it, click tick, and it's added a lovely little fade out. I nearly forgot. If you want that film look that everybody gets, then start by lowering the saturation slightly, adding a touch of contrast, definitely drop the highlights to some shots that look a bit bright and a bit overexposed, and with the colour, adjust the temperature to the blue side ever so slightly. And now we're ready to export. So set it to 1080p or to 4K, whatever you want it in, and don't forget, if you've shot in 24 frames per second, to make sure you're exporting in 24 frames per second. Some days I just want to make films, but trying to find inspiration, it's just so hard. Maybe I should just, I don't know, go back to bed. Yeah. And that is it. You just created your very first cinematic video using only your phone. So well done you. You've got no excuses now. So keep creating, keep experimenting, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Okay?